Hello everyone, so welcome to the next video. We're going to be going over keyword research now. So we have created our campaign shell, right? And now what we want to do is research our keywords, right? And our keywords will live within our ad groups, okay, under the painting service campaign. So right now, we have a campaign and we're going to have different ad groups. So within the painting service campaign, we may break this up, right, between painting service. So we can go for commercial painting, residential painting, and have that be different ad groups, okay, because you want to keep things relevant, right? And we already spoke about relevancy in previous videos. If you have not watched that, go back and just go over all those videos on how Google works, and that will make a lot of sense to you. Okay. So what you want to do is click on Tools and Settings, and here on the left under Planning, you're going to select Keyword Planner. Okay, so under the Keyword Planner, you're going to select Discover New Keywords. And here you're going to type in, so let's say right now we want to focus on residential painting services. So residential home painting residential house painters. Okay, so we give Google a couple of keywords, right, related to the theme that we're going after right now, which is residential painting service, right, for this construction company. So we want to give them a couple of keywords. You can put up to 10 here. Let's start with 3 and see what Google gives us. Here I'm getting this message because I haven't set up really, because my campaigns are paused, so I'll just hide this for now. Okay, so let's see. Residential painting, okay, home painting service. So this is the end result, right, of what Google gives you when you put those in, the terms related to residential painting. Okay, so just exit this out. So what we want to do right now is select all the keywords that are related to residential painting. So again, no more than 20 keywords, right? And that has to do with the relevancy factor. Again, if you're not familiar with that, just go ahead and watch the video that we have here that we go over about how Google works, okay? And that'll make sense to you. So here, let's select residential painting service. That's relevant. Home painting service. What you want to do is just select all these keywords. House painting. House painting, sure, that's kind of like a bit broad, but house painter is near me. House painter is better than house painting. Because house painting can trigger, like house painting jobs. And again, we're going to add on some negative keywords here, but you want to select the words here that are applicable to your business. So right now we're doing exterior house painting. House painting costs, it's up to you because this is more of a research keyword. So you want to take your time with these keywords and really think about, when people search for this, what could my ads trigger for? Because remember, we're using different match types here, right? And as I'm talking, if you don't understand, what match types are, negative keywords, all these things, again, don't worry about it. Just go and watch the video of how Google works, and everything that I'm saying here will make sense to you. So I recommend you go watch that first before you get to this piece, okay, before you start setting up your campaigns. So residential painting, exterior home painting, interior home painters, sure. House painting services, yes. Interior house painting, house painters near me. Exterior house painters near me. Sure. We don't want to do commercial because commercial is different. So we're going to put commercial in a different ad group, right? Because you want to separate them both. Professional painting. Well, see, professional painting, we don't know if they're just looking for an artist, right? So that's why you got to pay attention here. Picking your keywords are critical because this is what's going to trigger your ads. And if someone clicks on it, you're going to pay for that, right? So you want to nitpick these keywords. Okay, interior house painters, residential painters near me, that's relevant. House painting quotes, right? It's up to you if you want to bid on that, but just think about, okay, if people are searching for quotes, they might be in market. I'll target that just to see how it does. House painters in my area, great. Now, to make this simple, just click on this drop down button here, and we're gonna name this residential because that's related to actually we can just leave it as residential. Click create and see where it says broad match, just select phrase match here. Okay, you want to do phrase, and now we're going to add the keywords. Boom. So this first filter, it's all about relevancy, right? That's how Google is sorting this for you, keyword by relevance. Now, in order for us to find more, and again, if you find more than 20 keywords that are relevant to that ad group, you may want to break that up even further and say, okay, maybe I'll do one for residential that talks about residential house painting, and maybe I should do another one that doesn't have residential but only says house painting or interior painting. So you can break that down even further, right? And you should do that for relevancy reasons. That's why you want to take your time when building your campaign. That's why you cannot build a campaign within an hour. This takes time. You got to think about these things, right? Especially the keywords. This is your business. That's what you're going to be paying for these clicks. So you want to take your time here. You want to make sure things are aligned and tight, and everything has to make sense, okay? But again, I'm just doing it like this right now just so you can see how the system works. So I think we have about 17 keywords in there. What you want to do now, let's add, see how Google's giving you some suggestions here? So let's add those in. Just click on it and Google would add those in for you, and then just click on get search results. Okay, so painting companies, we should create an ad group that just says general, and that will fall under the general ad group. Okay, so we're not going to add that now. Home painting contractor, sure, it's related to home. And okay, now we're still sorting by relevancy. What you want to do then is, and here it shows you on the far right that these keywords are already in your plan because we just added them, right? So what you want to do now is search by average monthly searches. You want to sort rather by average monthly searches, and now it's going to give you the results by volume, right? So just in case you missed some good ones, you want to focus on the keywords with the highest volume. So house painting cost, it's up to you if you want, because it seems like people here are just on research mode. Brick house painting, you may want to do that if you can do that. Home painting, I would stay away from this one because it can trigger a lot of other things. Professional painting, home painting colors, exterior painting costs, home interior painting. Okay, let's add that one. Has some good volume. It's not in the plan yet. Commercial, we're going to have a separate ad group for this, right? So whenever people are searching for costs, they're more in research mode. They may not be ready to act, but you can add those in if you want and just watch to see if it'll perform. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Bass house painting. Let's add that in.
All right, just wanted to take this quick break here to let you know that if you need help managing your campaigns or just learning more about Google Ads in general, there's a link in the description below this video that you can click to book a time with me. Right? It doesn't matter if you're a specialist, if you're a business owner, if you're a director who wants to learn more about Google Ads so you can better manage your team or delegate to other agencies. We can talk about your goals and then see what are the best steps to take from there. All right, so there's a link in the description below, and hopefully we'll get to talk soon. Now let's get back to this lesson.
Commercial. So we have a good amount. So you get the point, right? So right now we're going to add those in because we select a few extra ones that are not in the plan. We're going to click add keywords. Okay. Now we're going to click here and either view forecast below, or we can just click here on the top left for keywords. Both, if you click here or here, it's going to take us to the same location. Okay. So let's see. So we have this forecast here, and again, we're gonna let Google do the bidding for us. We don't have to do much here. All we're gonna do right now, as you can see, I have 20 keywords, not going anything above that, and we're gonna download it. Download, select Google Sheets, download. And the reason why I like selecting Google Sheets because it's just gonna open here in Google for me. I don't have to open an Excel doc or anything. See, I clicked on open, and boom, I have all my keywords here. So the keywords will be under the keyword column H, this example, right under keywords. So what I want to do here is I'm going to select it all, okay, and I'm going to copy it, Control C, or whatever it is if you're using a Mac. Just going to copy all the keywords. Now, here, remember, we're under the keyword planner. So we're going to go back to our ad group, right? And we're going to see, and we're going to add those keywords in. So the way you exit this, you click on this X button on the top left. Click there. Click on the arrow now to go back, right? This top arrow on the top left. Now we're back to our campaigns. Right? And remember, since right now we're doing residential, we're going to name this ad group. See here, we're inside our campaign. You select that. Make sure the campaign is selected. Let's add the ad group name. It's going to be called residential. Right? Because these keywords are related to our residential painting service. So here, what I like to do, you can either click. When you're on this view, you can either click on the ad group itself or click here on the left. Okay? That's going to take you inside the ad group. Right? So just click here. And now, as you can see here on this column, Google's already taken us to the keywords. So make sure that you're here on the keywords. So this might be collapsed. You click on keywords and search keywords. Now we're going to add these in. Okay? And we're going to copy and paste those keywords here, right? So right now they're in broad match. Don't worry, what we're going to do, we're just going to change them to phrase match as we add them in. So I'm going to click on save. I copy and paste it right from this doc, the keywords. I just did my research for residential. Now I'm going to click on save. And what I want to do, see, I have my 20 keywords here. I'm going to select all the keywords, okay? Select them, click Edit. Then we're going to click on Change Match Types down here, okay? And we're going to change it from Broad Match, that's what it is now, to Phrase Match, okay? And hit Apply. Boom, that's great. Now I'm also going to show you another way that you can do this, right? And how you can just quickly change your match types. So here's a tool that I like to use. You can copy and paste your keywords here, and it will wrap them into the different match types for you. So let me copy and paste my keywords into this column. See here, enter keywords. And I'm going to click on this button called wrap. Boom. And I have all the keywords here wrapped up for me. So I could have done it that way and just, import the keywords into AdWords that way. So I'm just showing you a couple of ways here that you can go about doing things. Okay, so just again, and we're trying to simplify this whole process, right? So it's easy for you to manage. What I like to do is to break them up into different ad groups. What we're going to do here, we're just going to run phrase and broad modifier. Okay, these are the match types that we're going to run, because phrase will also cover the exact match. And as we optimize over the optimization videos, you're going to see how we can add the exact match terms that are actually converting. Okay, so we're going to go over that exercise, because remember, these are just tools to trigger ads, right? We already went over on how match types work. So what we want to do here, click on the campaign again, right? Click on the campaign. And what you want to do is select ad groups. And let's click on this little pencil and say residential, parenthesis, phrase. Just so you know that this is your phrase keywords for residential keywords and phrase match type, okay? Now, what we want to do now is replicate this. So click here on this button, select the ad group. We're going to click on copy, or you could just do Control C. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it. See this little button that says paste? I can either click here or just do Control V on the PC. Okay, so I'm just copying the entire ad group with the keywords. We're going to need to pause it because the campaign is already paused, so paste it. So I can either run this on the background or I can just wait. In this example, I'm going to wait. And as you can see, it duplicated that ad group for me, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the pencil button, because what we're doing is now we're going to add this. We're going to name this broad. It's actually broad modifier, but let's keep things short. Because what we want to do, we're going to have one ad group with phrase match and one with broad modifier. Okay, so we're going to click on the broad one. And we got to change our keywords, because our keywords are in phrase match, right? And we already have them here in the phrase match ad group. So let's change this to broad modifier. Okay, and again, I'm going to delete it because the system here doesn't allow me to change that to broad modifier, as you can see. So I would have to select from phrase, because that's what they are now. They're in phrase match. To, it only allows me to do broad match, but I don't want broad match. I want broad modifier. So what we're going to do instead is delete this, remove the keywords, click confirm. And that's where this tool comes in handy, right? Where we can just copy and paste the broad match modified, select all here, copy, add keywords, boom. And then you have the broad modifier in there ready for you. Click save. Now you have, again, for residential keywords, you have your ad group in broad modifier and in phrase match. Okay, so again, if you don't remember what those are, just go ahead and watch the previous video when we talk about how Google Ads work. Now let me just show you that we are using the same setup for our clients that we manage. We manage accounts for Fortune 500 companies, and the entire goal of this training program is to bring you the same knowledge that we use for these big companies. Now, we're inside the Eversource account, and in this particular account, as you can see, we have spent close to $1 million, right, between all the campaigns that we have. And if you're not familiar with Eversource, they're an energy company here in Massachusetts, and they're a public traded company. If you want more information about them, you can look it up on Google, just Google Eversource. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to show you the keyword setup. So I'm going to go to search campaigns. So I just want to show you now the search campaigns and how we set that up from a keyword perspective. Okay, so I'll just pick one of these. They're alive. See the COVID response campaign. And now you see all the ad groups here. As you can see, we do have it set up that way where we separate the ad groups by exact and phrase match. Okay, so let's take a look at another campaign here. That is live. Okay, and same thing, we separate things by match types. Okay, so it's just a way for us to better segment our campaigns and make things more relevant. And when it comes to optimizations, give you a better sense on how to optimize your campaigns. Okay, so as you can see, we use the same thing. When we go inside a phrase ad group, you see the phrase keyword. Here's another example. When you go into this ad group, we have the ad group separated by match type. Okay, so, and when we go inside one of them, like this one for example, you see all the keywords are in broad modifier with the plus sign. And if we're going to the exact match ad group, the keywords are in exact match with the brackets. And same thing for phrase. If we select phrase here, we have our keywords in phrase match. And again, no more than 20, as you can see here, no more than 20 keywords per ad group. We want to keep things super tight. Okay, let's go back now. We're going to get into the ad copy and then the extensions and everything else. All right, so just wanted to show you a live example of one of our biggest clients actually, who's Eversource. So throughout this training, I will be showing you a lot of the insides of these campaigns, so you can see that we are using the same setup and the same principles to optimize that we do for Fortune 500 companies. Okay, so now we got to get into the ad copy session, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Hello everyone, I hope you have enjoyed this content, and I hope you have learned something here today. And if you really enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, comment, leave your thoughts below, and share it with your friends, right? You don't have to share it publicly, you can just share it privately with people that you think may like this content. That's a way that you can show me that you really enjoyed it, and that I'm doing the right thing, right? That I'm putting the right type of content out that are helping people better manage their Google Ads accounts. But I just wanted to take this time to thank you, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.